So during my latest Halloween stream, I got a question about how much money one can make during Halloween. A really good question, and the answer is, it depends. The way people commonly earn gold or money during Halloween in Guild Wars 2 is by selling trick-or-treat bags on the trading post. The amount of money you can earn from this highly depends on the supply and the demand of these trick-or-treat bags. At the start of the Halloween event, you can usually earn the most money since the supply is low and the demand is high. Usually the price drops during the Halloween event. But now I want to see how much money I can earn in an hour by farming and selling these trick-or-treat bags. Hey, it's me, Kyo, and let's dig into the video and see how much I can make. So we're currently on my thief here to farm the trick-or-treat bags. Why did I choose a thief instead of my elementalist? As you can see, a lot of mobility with the infiltrator's arrow and also the trick shot, which is really important. I'll show you that in a minute. So the reason you want to choose trick shot, want to use trick shot as much as possible, is because it bounces between enemies and you can tag a lot of enemies as well. And it's not about dealing the most damage here, it's about tagging or touching or damaging as many enemies as possible. And I'll get into my build in a minute, you can also find it in the description, but first let's look for a group. When you want to farm trick-or-treat bags, you want to go to looking for groups, central area, squads, and then look for, like, scroll down a little bit because most of these maps are already full. Look for new map or all doors, something like that. Let's take this one. There you go. Okay. You want to farm as many enemies as possible, of course, but also you want to avoid minions like the Labyrinth horror because they usually take up a lot of time and yeah, they yield little results in terms of money. So as you can see, I'm just auto-attacking here, and as you can see, it bounces off to several other enemies. Yeah, there we go. So more people are coming in. I want to see how much I can earn. It's like 10 past 8 right now. So let's start from there, like 8, 10 past 8, something like that. I got a clean inventory as well. I just got these two from a drop. And the build I use is actually derived from the Raid Daredevil build, but instead of using a staff, I use a bow. You can find this in the video description as well. There's the Labyrinth here horror that we actually want to avoid, but we're gonna do because it's gonna chase you through the whole labyrinth. These are standard traits. I switched this one in because I'm gonna do a lot of poison. And I chose a lot of sickness as well because I'm basically auto-attacking all the time and not using any skills, so to say. And this one grants me lifesteal basically whenever I attack, although it's not really that much. Take here. Oh, I switched this one out. This one is also really important. In raid builds, you usually have bound because dodging gives you extra damage, and this is not about damage, this is about tagging as many enemies as possible. So I chose Impaling Lotus because whenever I dodge, I shoot daggers, as you can see right here. I shoot daggers towards the enemy, and this makes sure I also tag a lot of enemies, so when I don't have enough initiative, I can dodge and still damage enemies. And that brings me to my elite specialist, not my elite specialist, my elite skill, which is Basilisk Venom. I chose this one because, as you can see, this boss has a break bar. Basilisk Venom has CC, crowd control basically. And it also applies to nearby allies, so when other people don't have CC, their auto attacks basically make sure that they CC the enemy for me. So they do crowd control for me. Oh, and another thing you want to do really is, as you can see, this guy just dropped the banner, a guild banner that is. Make sure you have the buffs of a guild banner. If you don't, if someone doesn't drop it, go to Lion's Arch. Usually someone drops a guild banner there just for fun, and use it because you get a lot of boons, as you can see. You get extra magic find, some mobility, karma, gold find, all that good stuff. Also make sure if you have them, use celebration boosters, the birthday boosters. Make sure to use Halloween food or any other food that grants you some extra power and magic find, because this increases the chances of getting good drops. As you can see, I'm wasting gold already. Here, these things, they give you like 30% magic find, which is pretty good. I'm dead now. And here is where my build is gonna shine probably. This one is going to spawn a lot of enemies. So I want to put down poison here. Poison field is skilled 4. Choking gas, that is. The more people we have here, the more, what's it called? The more enemies will spawn. So it's really profitable if you have a lot of people here. It's really annoying because these griffins, these gargoyles, they'll evade your attacks when you jump in the air. So that's really annoying. There usually spawns a door over there as well. And that door is really profitable because it spawns like these candy corns, as you can see in front of me. Okay, now we have the Skeletal Lich, is also really annoying. I want to make sure I use my Basilisk's Venom. It's best actually to use it with the rest of the Zerg, so everyone has it, or at least 5 people have it. Wasn't really paying attention. Okay, there we go, he's dead. As you can see, I get a large candy bag. I already looted the chest automatically. Oh no, I didn't. Ooh, it's good that I checked that. Now this door is also really profitable because it spawns a lot of enemies and they don't use evading or anything. So I'm just gonna put down choking gas all the time, use trick shot. This is really annoying, never do this, never push skeletons away from the door. You can combo this with cluster bomb, by the way. It has a blasting field, so area weakness gets sometimes. It really depends on other fields that other people put down as well. Sometimes you can't avoid this, by the way, knocking people away, because when people level up, they also knock away enemies. So that's not, it's not always someone's fault. So we are about 10 to 15 minutes in right now. Let's see how much we have right now. We have about 78 trick-or-treat bags right now. As you can see, this is another boss right here. This one's also a little bit tricky if you can bring reflects. Like, for example, wall of reflection, feedback, because it's gonna shoot, like, as you can see, a lot of candy corn here. Does a lot of damage here. As you can see, this guy got insta-killed. A good thing about this boss is if you die here, it's not really a big deal. There's a waypoint above you, so you can just jump down, use your glider, or if you don't have a glider, I think you can just talk to the boatmaster and you'll spawn right below here. Either way, there's no excuse to be down on the floor for more than 10 seconds. I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago, I had the Labyrinth horror here, or as the community calls him, Steve. Steve is the skeleton with the chainsaw. He walks around. There he is. There he is. Actually, there is Steve. I just summoned Steve. Why did I summon Steve? He's the most annoying boss here. There are some like little dense packed areas where a lot of enemies are clumped together. This area is one of them. This part in particular usually has a lot of enemies, glow-in-the-dark skeletons. So we're about 40 minutes in. Let's see the score right now. I got 176 trick-or-treat bags. I got a few personalized candy bags, so I'll open them after. And some other stuff like gear, unidentified gear, which is also really good. As you can see, I also get a lot of large bones. Sell them on the trading post or upgrade them in the Mystic Forge. Because you can upgrade them to ancient bones, the ones I got right here. And they are used in legendary weapons, other legendary stuff, really. Ancient bones are really pricey on the trading post. So if you can make them yourself with materials you already have, well, yeah, that's a win-win. Spooky. This is a nice mob, as you can see. Gotta make sure I tag them. Make sure to use my Basilisk's Venom here so we can stun him right away. Most people can use their damage skills. We already dropped like 12-13% here. You can't loot this chest twice, it's just once a day. So the reward I just got here is just from the drop, from the skeletal horror, and not from the loot from the chest. Oh yeah, that's also a really good thing to note. Whenever you kill a big boss, like the Skeletal Lich or the Grand Viscount, like the big candy cane monster, for example, you get a little buff here. It's called Approval of the Mad King, and this increases your magic find with another 25%. So we have about 15 minutes left on the clock, and I have about 250 plus 14 trick-or-treat bags. I also got 10 large ones. I will open them after, which also contain trick-or-treat bags. So we'll count how many we have at the end of the video. Leveled up there. So I knocked some people away, as you can see. I mean, enemies. I knocked them away by accident and wasn't really paying attention to my leveling bar. But yeah, it's kind of unavoidable. You can't really do much about it. Pop my food real quick. Once again, there we go. We still have two minutes left on the clock. Let's see what we can kill. So this is gonna be the last one, the gargoyle. It's actually time, so let's kill that one real quick. So let's have a look at what we've got here. So we got 250 trick-or-treat bags. We got 84 trick-or-treat bags. So we got about 334 out of my head. Let's open all these other bags. As you can see, this increases the amount of trick-or-treat bags as well. So we got about 400 trick-or-treat bags, 404 to be exact. So now we want to sell them on the trading post. Sell at the trading post, there we go. As you can see, it shows the lowest amount of, the lowest buyers right now, but we want to go to the sellers tab, which increases our price a little bit. We go a little bit below that. Some people might not like it. This is what they call undercutting, but it's just economy 101 really. So I just sold like 250 and now I'm gonna sell the other ones. So that's 9 gold. This is another 6. So about like let's say about 15 to 16 gold. That's what I earned in the middle of the Halloween event. So as I've said in the video, you can earn about 16 gold by running through the labyrinth for 1 hour. This number could go a little higher or lower depending on the trading post prices at the time. If you want to keep your trick-or-treat bags and sell them later this year, make sure to check websites like GW2 Spidey. These websites track prices of items. You can look at historic data to see whenever it's the right time to sell your trick-or-treat bags. I hope you enjoyed this short video, I hope it helps. I'm working on a bigger project right now, so I decided to release a shorter video in between. For now, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!